Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to episode 49 of the DCUO Project podcast. We have taken a little break, but we are back. Doesn't mean we won't be taking another break in the future, but as for now, we are back. I'm Count Chocula. Joining us in the chat, as usual, is Vagrant. I almost forget who our crew is. Let's see. Let me think here. We got Vagrant from the PC. Say what's up.
You're so old.
I just woke up, man. It's not.
Can't even freaking get the damn intro right.
I haven't had my caffeine, man.
You've been hanging out with Crappy lately. You like burning off all your fucking brain cells and shit.
Okay, you introduce the rest of the damn crew then. No,
all right. Well, we got Crappy Heels.
There you go.
He's number crunching, playing the new content, liking it, right, Crappy? Hey, man, your mic's turned like all the way down. We can't hear you.
That might be a good thing.
Oh, I muted my mic because I was making noise. Whoops. Yeah, I like it.
So yeah,
I like the new shit.
We got Crappy Heels. We got Kaiser.
Yes.
Yeah.
He just said he has a fat bird and he rides across the country.
He's been riding around on a fat bird, you know.
Final Fantasy is the shit.
And don't forget, we've got Puppeteer, the DCUO fanboy. Puppeteer.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I need to address the chat.
But I want to go ahead. I want to just put it out there that in case you didn't know, his fucking bird's name is Big Black Cock. Also, he rides it all over the forest.
Okay. You've been hanging out with Cal too long because now you're starting to sound a little yeah.
But
anyway,
hold on, I gotta go fix my lipstick. Hold on. That's an inside joke, sorry.
To address the chat where we've been 2 weeks, this is our protest. We are putting out a lack of content for the developers putting out a lack of content.
We're just following suit with the game right now. Our lack of podcast
We're following Spittle's example.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say like there's also another MMO coming out by SOE that's gonna take some players away from the game. That those zombie players, H1N1. Or H1Z1, right?
Yeah, H1.
It's going to be a free-to-play zombie MMO that's going to be for PlayStation and PC.
Yeah, I've seen the preview of it.
Who's running it?
SOE.
SOE's running.
So it's only going to be PlayStation only.
It'll be down for 2 weeks.
Probably.
Great.
And our special guest tonight is Nimbus Yosh. No, I'm just kidding, guys.
Nimbus Yosh. That would be awesome.
Nimbus Yosh isn't on the...
Let's get right to this Nimbus Yosh drama.
Nimbus Yosh isn't on the...
Let me put a word in.
Okay, what did you do now?
All right, Nimbus Yosh, an American hero drama. Now, let me start off by saying this first. If you watch somebody on YouTube, you could tell what kind of player they are just by watching.
Hold on. Before you continue, I have to correct you. If you watch versus Orbit, you can see that he gets his ass kicked. Continue.
All right. Well, I'm getting there. But if you watch somebody's gameplay on YouTube, you could kind of see what sort of player they are. By how they move, how they clip their moves, like if they're fluent in their powers and stuff like that. And when you watch a Nimbus Yosh video, he stumbles upon all of his moves. He doesn't clip his weapons. He's like a sloppy player. And when you watch him, he's always flying above people. Like that he's trying to fight. And like to me, like flying above people and saying I beast at you isn't beasting somebody he's always in a group with somebody. He's never fucking alone beating anybody up. No, he's not even in any videos beating anybody up anyway.
Let me add something to that, Crappy. Having Rep the Replacement and American Hero win your fights for you, just because you put those videos up on your channel, you didn't win those fights.
Well, when you fly above somebody,
and American Hero won those fights. Not
you. Fly down the...
I mean, he should be playing Final Fantasy because I swear to God, the guy lives in a fucking fantasy world. So anyway,
he wouldn't survive Final Fantasy.
If you watch an American Hero video, like you could tell the dude is good at PvP by he hides his block breakers. His moves and his clips are all nice and smooth. You know what I mean? Like
and also
you could tell by his gameplay that
he actually has videos of him beating people in duels on his channel. I'm talking about American Hero. Nimbus has no videos of him beating anyone.
Nimbus's claim to fame is Smile was on iAudio's account,
And a 4-on-1
I beat him.
ganking at the Diamond Heist isn't a
Right.
dual win, okay?
First of all, this motherfucker's in a group with 2 other people. Second of all, if it was Smile, now I don't know if it was him or
wasn't
not.
Smile. It wasn't
But
Smile.
Even if it was, Nimbus Yosh is flying so high above the dude's head that he probably didn't even know he was fucking
He
there.
was playing the objective. For one, why would Smile Before Death get on an American account, a U.S. server account, to go run the Diamond Heist? Tell me
I
that.
don't know,
one.
but this Nimbus dude
Tell
just
me
needs to
that one.
shut his mouth, man. He's just
Because
a bad
here's the
player.
thing. He knew Smile got on that account once, so he knew if he ever ran into any character named iAudio, he could always claim it was him.
Yeah.
Nimbus knew what he was doing. He was just looking for a cheap.
Listen, let's
No.
just even say it was Smile. It was still a 3-on-1 with Nimbus flying high in the air. So even if it was, that's still not a victory. You did not beast anybody flying over them with 2 other people beating them up.
Hold on, I got a question. So Smile Before Death got on iAudio's account to go run the Diamond Heist for him. I
That's-
still need like 5 of those, man. Why
That's
can't I
what
get
he's
friends
claiming.
like that?
I'm like, why would you do that? You know, it makes no sense. So put the pieces together, it makes no sense. But I'll tell you what makes sense. I want to see the American hero just whoop Nimbus so bad, because he's claiming that he's like 20 wins and 4 losses against American hero.
You
Like,
know-
get the fuck out of here.
You figure Nimbus would have learned his lesson when he talked all that trash in front of Orbit, and Orbit sat his ass down. This is like deja vu again.
Nimbus is just a bad player, man. We all saw how bad of a player he is when he fought. Regardless how good Orbit is, the moves that Nimbus Yosh made in that fight, like how he fights so slow, doesn't clip his powers, doesn't hide his block breakers, like he's so predictable. He's just not a good player. He's an average player at best.
No,
You know,
no,
and
I'm
he
an
talks
average
all
player.
this fucking crap.
I'm an average player, and I could watch that match, and I could read him like a book. Even an average player can hide some moves.
Mm-hmm.
Even I could, oh, wait. He followed patterns, too, to a way. Like, you could tell when he was going to do something. Like, oh, he usually does a block break. He usually tries to do this, right? Like, you could just read him and predict him.
I know, he's so
Fucking
slow.
Lunging every fucking 6 seconds. What the fuck?
Yeah.
But it's
Tap block a few times, he's on his ass.
But it's kind of funny how this is blown up, that he's, you know, this kind of beef that they had. They're supposed to be friends, and, you know, I've been looking at my Twitter, and I've been looking at a bunch of YouTube videos, and everyone's commenting on, I can't believe Nimbus is saying this shit, saying all this about American Hero, and then they're like, oh, I can't believe American Hero's reacting this way. Nimbus does this to everybody, you know, and I'm like,
here's
he's
the bottom
tired
line,
of this
probably.
dude fucking making him look bad. So, you know.
Here's the bottom line, probably. He's looking to save face. He ran his mouth and he got sat down by Orbit. You and Crappy don't care about PvP, so you're not really going to fight him. He needs someone
fight
to
him if
talk
he comes
trash
to my
about to try
fucking
and build
area.
his rep back up. That's what he's looking for. He's looking for a target because his ego took a beating from Orbit.
I'll fight him any day of the week. I don't give a shit, but nobody wants to see 2 bad PvP players fight.
Yeah.
No, man.
We never
Nimbus
That's
is
not
disorder.
gonna sell any tickets, okay? It's not.
Honestly,
That's not exactly Frazier Ali, okay?
I'll buy a ticket to that terrible fight. I
Okay,
already had to
I'm
watch
just
one
saying.
fucking versus-
Nobody. It's not Frazier Ali, okay? Nobody's
So
going
is
to
this gonna
see
be
2
like Cripple Fight
terrible
off of South Park?
PvPers fucking
Is
fight.
this going to be like Cripple Fight off of South Park?
That would pretty much be like the cripple fight off of South Park. It might be entertaining, but there's not going to be a lot of skill going on there, okay? So, you know. Anyway.
Like, man, the bottom line is, dude is trash. He needs to just shut the fuck up
He needs to
already,
delete
man.
his his
Jesus.
YouTube. He needs to delete his Twitter, and he needs to delete his DCUO. He even sucks at Warframe, okay? I've seen his
Just keep
Warframe
playing
videos. The guy's
Warframe,
garbage
man.
at
We don't-
Warframe.
No,
How the
he's
hell
not
do
good
you
at
suck that
Warframe.
game?
He does a defense. I want to put. This is how bad he is at
Yeah,
Warframe.
you
He
do
does
a
defense.
You do a defense. You do a fucking
No, let me
orc
tell
and
this.
derelict
Let me tell
defense, and you
this.
leave it stage 5 on Warframe. Really?
What the fucking
Stage
point of even
5?
doing it?
I mean, we are above average, yeah. But when me and Ninja just did it just the 2 of us, round 70.
Yeah,
And
I
you got a
carry
4-man
you. I
group in
carry
round
your
5?
scrub asses in that game. But anyway,
Bullshit.
He's
I
just
mean,
not
When you're
good,
there,
and
you
I'm
have to leave
tired
at
of
like
hearing him
35 because
fucking
you're
talk.
dying all over the place.
I mean, we could get American Hero in on the chat. You know, I'm not sure if I have a Skype still, but I mean, we could hear from the horse's mouth himself. But I mean, let's talk about the DLC 10 a little bit. Nimbus is old news, man. That's case closed. That guy's garbage. Everyone knows it. He's a laughing stock. Him and that one dude that's always on his nuts. What's his name? Super fucking hypocrite or some shit. I forget. They're both garbage. We know that shit. I mean, that's case closed. It's old news. Let's move on to DLC 10, man. Let's talk about it.
I like Super Patriot. Come on now.
I'll get the fuck out of
He
here.
had a respectable
That
fight,
dude is
though,
garbage.
Man. You know, he didn't bow out like a bitch and fucking leave and shit. You know.
No,
like,
but he
like,
had
you know
to fight
what he
because
like.
someone else bowed out like a bitch.
That dude's still on. That dude's the only guy that's still in fucking Nimbus's yapping about. You know, he's still on Nimbus's nuts. Oh, Nimbus.
I know
oh,
he shouldn't be standing up for him like he does. I
yeah.
understand they're friends and everything, but man, if the dude is gonna talk
you don't
trash and he can't
understand.
back it up,
You don't
Come on
understand
now.
why he stands up for him. Old saying, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Patriot's not friends with him because of that.
You know what?
Patriot's friends with him to avoid more drama of
he
Nimbus
just don't
talking
want
shit
Nimbus
about
Yosh
him.
ripping on him if he ever fucking.
Yeah, he doesn't want Nimbus attacking
know?
him like, yeah, you're my buddy. Just sit there and talk your trash. Just leave me alone. He's friends with him to keep him off his back.
American Hero saying, add me on Skype. What's your name? I forget. Why don't I have you on the list? You've been a guest on the show before.
Put it in the chat so everyone can try and invite you to a Skype thing.
Well, that wouldn't work.
Spam!
We'll get a little bit. You know, we'll talk to him a little bit, but we're going to get into DLC 10 a little bit too. I know Vagrant is dying.
I
He
thought
loves.
they changed the title of it.
God, gift of content, the greatest thing that ever happened to DC.
Did you see the forums?
People are not
I don't
happy
even go- I
about
don't even
this
go to the forums
DLC.
anymore because
No,
I
they're
can't
changing.
not
There's
write
nothing
This
things.
to
isn't
it.
DLC 10. They're not calling it DLC 10 no more. They're changing it. It's DLC 9.5 because it's not even enough to be considered a DLC.
That's
Hold on,
I
Hero,
think,
hold
I
on.
think it's fine.
DLC,
No.
dude. DLC 3 has still been the most hefty content patch DC Universe Online has ever seen.
How do I?
Battle for Earth has been the best DLC that DC ever had.
Dude, the old content was
I heard
awesome.
that.
The FOSs and stuff were
Yeah.
killer. Even the duos, man. Like,
But like,
the duos were more
just
thought
look
out
at
and
just
shit.
look at what DLC 3 brought. All right, Battle for Earth had a new power, right? New tier 4, an alert, 3 duos, and 2 raids. Oh, and then the 2 daily missions, and then the sub avatar bounty. That's a lot of shit.
That really is. It's a good amount of stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And then this is supposed to be a DLC, and you don't even have like half of that shit. What the fuck?
It's a small DLC, though. You know, that's what they were going for, right?
Crappy. I'm okay with small DLC.
I honestly don't have a problem
No.
with it.
I'm okay with small DLC. What I'm not okay with is 2 solos that are pretty much the exact same board, just with bosses and enemies swapped out.
But what's
the same for the duos.
If DLC 10 is a small DLC, then why is Fight for the Light Part 1 just this small? It only had 1 raid, it had 2 alerts, it had the new area you could explore that was small already, and 1 bounty.
Hold on one sec, Vagrant. I'm gonna interrupt you one sec. Hero, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, you're there. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool. What's up, man?
chilling.
You're chilling, huh? You ain't chilling this week. So we're gonna suspend our DLC 10 talk for a couple minutes. We've got American
Well, hey,
Hero in
it's
the house.
not much to talk about anyways. We already covered everything, right?
There wasn't much to it.
American Hero, I gotta ask you though.
Yeah.
Are you excited for the arena changes that they're gonna come out with in like a year?
Well, he's retired.
Are you retired for like ever? Or are you gonna come back when they take out all that home turf bullshit?
Wait. How is it? That's not even an arena change. They're reverting it back to the way it used to be before they did the movement roll debuffs.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like
That's just reverting.
it was
That's a
fun.
negative patch.
Yeah.
A negative patch.
It's going
Yeah,
back.
so what?
Let's just
Why would
what we did.
what's the fucking point of having the
That's
roll
going back in
debuffs and
time.
then not having the roll debuffs? Like, what the
Because
fuck is
they
wrong with
realized it was
DC, man?
retarded.
I thought the roll debuffs were cool. You know, healer beat a tank, stuff like that. And then they came out with the debuffs that everybody could
I
have. them,
hated
and
that. Yeah, I know.
That's fucking
No, they
stupid. And like,
basically made it to where it was like the whole time you're doing PvP, you better be countering your opposite role. Don't care about anything else.
I thought that was a good strategy, though. I thought it added something to
It
PvP.
made it to where it wasn't fun to be any other role than DPS, though.
Yeah, I
When?
mean, it just gave
Before?
DPS such an advantage. It really did.
I liked it when you were in like a 4s or a 5s, and you know the healer was killing the tank and shit like that. You know, like I liked stuff like that.
So anyway,
Well, anyways,
hey, American Hero, what's been going on this week?
Dealing with a lot of bullshit.
Well, don't clam up on me now, man. Come on, we want to hear.
I actually just got a chat with that guy. That fucking guy I think Nimbus used to be a professional wrestler back in his days or something. I think he was a backyard wrestler, and I don't know. I literally think he had a wrestling fight against a guy named American Hero, and he fucking beat him. But that guy, he actually takes that people champ shit to the fullest. Like, people could joke about that, but when I had him in a chat trying to talk to this guy is people champ, like, he's like crazy about this shit. I'm
He
like,
actually believes.
yeah,
I
no,
mean,
it's like it feels like that's all he got. Then he started going at me like, you just trying to get views, you trying to, man, Nimbus, man, you not averaging 100,000 views a video. We not shit on YouTube. You taking
you've
it
never
too far.
really even cared about YouTube that much.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's the biggest problem. I see right now that's all he cares about. That's all he talks about. And then he goes on to talk about Smile. Smile, if you talk about a man that much, you're gonna have dreams about Smile.
Oh, I know.
He has dreams and fantasies about Smile for death. You
he
talk about a
talks
man that much.
Yeah, he says that
So
everyone.
wait a minute.
He made everyone's channel, but
Yeah.
Smile Before Death made his channel
No,
then because he's
he
obsessed
doesn't-
with the guy. Yeah, I
he
know.
doesn't-
Wait a minute.
He-
Let me get this straight. He obsesses over Small and you to the point where he has dreams, and
He
he
has
mimics
to.
people. And he mimics people in a profession where men grab each other in their underwear and roll around on the ground and try and pity. Yeah, I think we see with the windows opening. Nimbus ain't telling us something.
Hey, and on top of that, now you know why
He's a former
fucking
wrestler.
hey, you know why Super Patriot's so close to him now.
Oh
Oh,
no!
come on. No.
Oh no!
Sorry.
If he honestly thinks that, like with this Smile Before Death shit, if he honestly thinks that he could beat Smile Before Death, he has a fucking mental disorder. This
Yes.
guy.
But people don't
For
know
real.
the real Nimbus. See, this is the thing about knowing Nimbus. To prepare for that Orbit versus Nimbus fight, Nimbus tried to fight another strong Earth guy on our server. To prepare for that fight, Nimbus got his ass 13-0. Then he went in to fight. Then he went in to fight Nimbus Orbit and get 15-0. So that tells you how bad he is at this fucking game.
Well,
So-
I could
you're
just tell
telling-
by
hold on,
watching
hold on.
his videos that
You're telling us
he's
now
not
we
a
have to
good
change
player.
it to hashtag, 28 no.
He has never averaged a kill in an arena match. This guy is fucking bad at this game. And you know what's mad? You know what's crazy is that same guy at 13-0 though. When that guy left a comment on his YouTube talking about Nimbus, you realize I 13-0'd you and I can't beat American Hero. all he said was just like fuck you and all that shit. He just left it on. Like, you keep getting mad at people. But that's why I kept saying, because the way he was talking, and he was talking about everything like he's a real life wrestler. I'm like, Nimbus, are you wrestling in your backyard? Did you fight a guy named American Hero? Because you damn sure had to fight somebody. The guy is just, see, this is the thing with people. Me being that I know Nimbus is that being his former friend, I should say.
No, you're his sidekick.
Yeah, I
Remember?
suppose. I'm his
Yeah,
side-
whatever.
I'm his second sidekick. He
What?
fired his first one.
Yeah.
And that's a funny part. That's real fun. I'm gonna tell you, since I know Nimbus, that's what makes it even better, because I can spit the truth about it. Nimbus, let me see, which part should I start at? First, let's start on that Smile for Death versus Nimbus fight. The supposed way he caught him in Gotham. First of all, if you don't know, that was not Smile for Death.
I know it wasn't Smile.
mainly is why he was doing that is I was talking to them, and then I brought him into a chat to talk to him because Audio apologized that he let Smile. He said he didn't know Smile was gonna do that on his character because Audio was a guy that came to Fight Club. You come to the same place where I'm at every day.
Right.
So we wouldn't let him. He couldn't come back no more because nobody knew who he was, Smile or not. But he apologized and he told everybody. So when that shit was taking place, I invited both of them to the chat. Yo, Nimbus, it's not him. I don't give a fuck. He let Smile for Devil use his character. So no matter what, it's going when I put it up on YouTube, it's gonna put it as Smile for Devil versus Nimbus. So I just basically said, okay. So that tells you all Nimbus cares about is money off of Smile for Death name.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. When you mention a guy, why am I in the chat talking to him about me and our situation, but he's still bringing up Smile? Everything has to do with a smile. If you mention a guy that much while you're like walking around, you're gonna have dreams about this guy.
Right.
He has fantasies engaged. He has all this shit about Smile. You stay with a guy on your mind and your brain that much, and he knows what's crazy is he knows that he just does that for views. He does all that for views. It's all about the little money thing. That's cool with me, but I'm like, yo, you're not making that much money.
Right.
I know how much money.
Yeah, I know how much money he's making. Yeah.
I'm like, I do the same thing he do. I know how much money he's making. I'm like, but you're not like we're not averaging 100,000 views a video. We're not doing that,
right?
Man. So we're not really out there, man. It's not really something to get crazy about.
And the day American Hero, the day he was going to fight Orbit, who was he trying to say he wanted to fight instead? He was trying to fight me. He goes, no, let's forget about our fight.
I think Super Patriot almost called him a pussy at that point.
He almost did. I know. I was listening.
He was pissing me off so fucking bad, man. He was like, this fucking guy would not stop acting like a bitch and fight, man. This guy is like, no. Oh, I will pay. This guy, he offered to pay Orbit $2 million to fight him. I said, what the fuck is Orbit? He can't transfer that money off my bank account to his EU account. The fuck is he gonna do with that $2 million?
Wait, he tried to pay him $2 million to what?
To fight Count Chocula instead. I mean, Count Chocula. He tried to pay him $2 million to fight Count. I'm like,
so wait, Nimbus can't even do his own dirty work. He has to pay someone else to fight Count now.
When the fight got closer and closer, Nimbus started fucking. He started getting.
It was funny. Fun. He was starting to come up with excuses. He was like, and then I jumped in and said, "I'll fight Orbit. If you're too much of a coward to fight Orbit, I'll fight Orbit. I'm gonna get my ass whooped, but I'll fight him. You know, I'm gonna fare a little better than Nimbus did. There's no way to do any worse. You can't do any worse than what Nimbus did."
If you fight a dude and you die and you come back with full health and full power, and the dude you're fighting has half health and no power, and you can't kill that motherfucker, like, you are trash.
That's the biggest part that I took offense. Cause it was leading on to some parts of the podcast where I wouldn't show up. It's all started when I left DD. I left DD and I went to a new league, and now my league is one of the tied for the top spot for the hero side of the league.
Right, Crown Me King, right?
Yeah, PvP side for the hero side, and I was not gonna have Nimbus as my troller. Nimbus was not gonna do no PvP with me. People want to talk about how bad they think people are, and people think about when you play with a guy every day. And you know a guy, it's like, nah, it's not gonna work out. Nah, you can't. We can't do this. I'd rather just go.
Because you knew the truth the whole time that he was just basically a hype guy. That he was just talking.
No, I know he was just all talk. I never for once took him for no skill play at all. It was, don't never let nobody know Nimbus is this bad because he's so fucking funny. He makes me laugh. So I will fight anybody. I will fight anybody because he makes me laugh. So that's because. All I do in this game. That's why it's so like people don't understand. All I do is 1v1. So when another person loses in 1v1s, you could say that person could say, I don't 1v1 a lot. I don't care about 1v1s. But that's what I do. So to have a guy like that, and if all I do is care about is 1v1, somebody beat me in 1v1s, that's kind of like that's what I do. That's my job. So if somebody beat me at the only thing that I'm good at, okay, then that happened. But
you gotta give it up to them. Yeah, a little bit. You know,
they have to be a guy that does the same thing. There's not no regular guy gonna come out of nowhere and just beat me like that.
Right. There's no luck involved. There's not gonna be any luck involved there. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think 1v1s are the most skillful because
that's the pure form. It's
Yeah.
With somebody's
everything.
healing you, you could fucking
Yeah.
be good, you know?
people that do
Yeah.
these arenas don't take a good
This coming
PvPer.
from the dude that dodges lair battles back in the day.
Do you know?
I
Do you
fucking-
know?
out there.
I fucking hate
See-
PvP.
See, that's the thing. That's the thing. That guy has his name so big and he's so afraid of having somebody do that. Nimbus will altogether skip 1s and 2s just because he don't want to be on YouTube.
Right.
So he misses out on his game, supposedly calling himself a PvPer.
He'll never
been
get
inside
any
of a
better. Right.
He never steps
So
inside of
what
PvP.
you're saying is,
He's all talking
ahead.
YouTube.
But he's gonna bust your ass in arenas, Hero. That's what he said yesterday.
No, he said he was talking to Smile on Twitter. He said, "Smile, I'll fight you anytime. You've been dogging me for 1 year, 6 months, 8 days,
Get the
5
fuck
hours,
out of
4
here.
minutes." And I just came out of nowhere, but I'll fight you right now. He said, "I don't fight you. I give you I only fight people that I have an honor duel for." That Smile came back and said, "So you have respect for me? You
Yeah,
want
I
honor
saw
duel
that.
me?"
I saw that
I'm like,
tweet.
so yeah, it basically like put him in a spot. Like, what do you? It was
And then
funny.
he's
He
like-
ain't never-
Then he's like, "Oh, Hero's all up on Smile's nuts," and I'm like, "No, he's not. No, he's not. It has nothing to do with that. This is about Nimbus. Always tries to
well, let's
deflect.
be honest. Who does he even have left backing him? Because it's obvious, like you said, he's afraid of losing. That's why he probably doesn't even play the game anymore, except for maybe
Right.
once a week, because he doesn't have rep to replacement and everyone else carrying him,
Right.
and he's afraid of losing. So who does he even have to carry him through a battle anymore to claim a
Nimbus doesn't
victory?
step in arenas no more. Nimbus quit DCUO.
Exactly. He's like, I'm the PvP champ. I just don't PvP.
Yeah, when you back yourself into a corner and the only thing you have to do is go down because he built himself up with words. But I looked through his videos and I was like, I see no videos of him beating anybody in PvP. I see no videos at all. But he acts like he's the greatest in the
He
world.
beasted Smile before death, though, on iAudio's account. 3v1,
You
flying
see?
so high
Yeah.
in the air.
No, listen
I
to
can
me.
see where he's
submitted
coming
that.
from.
He was
I
in
can
the
see where-
chat with our audio at the same time. That was not Smile Me. That was our audio. They was talking to each other.
Right.
Nimbus said, "I don't care. I'm gonna put this video up as Smile for Death."
Wow.
So when people see that title, when it says Smile, just know Nimbus
Wow.
did that. Everything he does is strictly for views and it's fake as shit.
So
They
you're
was at- they were
basically you're basically exposing him. The cat is out of the bag on that. He knew that was iAudio and not Smile, and he still put it up that was Smile before death. Wow.
Bro, I don't give a fuck. He let Smile for Death use his character, so he's gonna continue to stay Smile
Right.
for Death in my book, in my eyes. So he put that shit up on YouTube.
Wow.
And the kid, at the time, I don't know how old he is now, right now, but I don't remember. But the kid, he was a young guy at the time. He's like he really the guy liked to fight 1v1, so he liked to come to fight. Me and replacement wouldn't let him come to fight club. You couldn't come back to fight club at that time. So he apologized for all that. He literally changed his password from Smile. He did all that shit.
Right.
And then Nimbus, whenever, I don't know when the hell Nimbus stepped out of PvP, but Nimbus somewhere catch him in the open world. And then that video came up. But it was like that dude Smile Ben stopped coming on the US server at that time.
Well,
But
that's
no
funny.
people, like I said, me being that the guy that I know him is, I know Nimbus will never queue a arena match a 1v1 arena match unless it's a Legends, and he's fucking horrible at Legends.
Yeah, he's terrible at Legends. Yeah.
He won't queue nothing that can expose him without not the help, because he could blame it on somebody else. You know how when we queued 2v2s back then, man, I had to carry him through all matches. When I say I had to go extra work, I needed everything I could to win matches. Like, you would look on the scoreboard, you would just get in there. Nimbus died like 3 times. I mean, he died. He got 3 kills, died 12 times. Then you see me at the top of the scoreboard, I had 8 kills, 0 deaths. And we just beat out the other guy. But he always died, no matter what he does.
And it's funny to hear him talk in his videos, the videos that he put up yesterday. He was acting like he was so shocked that you're saying all this and you're disrespecting him. And it's like he's saying that he beat you 20 out of 24 times.
He said 16 or 4, and this is the thing. Okay. This is why I said when everything was going down the podcast. This is how it all started. After I left DD, they started getting on the podcast, and they said the American Hero no longer doing what it do. American Hero. Then they started the little jokes. So then I heard the next podcast, and he said, yeah, and I beat American Hero in 1v1 and all that shit. Then I said, so I talked to him about that. I said, yo, what did you say you beat me in 1v1? And he apologized to me about that, and it was cool. Then after this Orbit shit went down, I think Nimbus ego was at the lowest it can ever be.
Well, of course, he took a bashing. I mean,
yeah.
Bashing ain't the word.
And this is the thing. Right before he gets to dissing me, he's basically telling the whole EU server that they're a year behind in PvP. Y'all guys over there still do fives. Nimbus hasn't been in the arena match for the longest. He haven't been in there for a year. He's telling the whole EU server, a guy like Orbit, who's actually one of the top guys on his EU server.
Who plays every day.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That the whole EU server is a year behind in PvP. Y'all guys still do fives. We do fours over here. Y'all have to catch up. I'm like, you haven't been in the arena match for for a year, man. You haven't even stepped out here. What is you talking about? How can you tell somebody else they a year behind? Do you not realize that? It's like his mouth. Then he went on to talk about he brought it up again, saying, "Yeah, I beat American." You know that guy, Lord Melvin? I don't know if y'all know Lord Melvin. Lord Melvin is a guy.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Lord Malevolent. Yeah.
He's the guy that I beat. And Nimbus, for some reason, he just. I don't know. He said, and fun fact, American heroes never beat me. I'm looking at this fucking video. I'm like, did he just say that? He said, no, I take that back. I said, you gotta take that back. We 1-1. We 1-1. No. We 16-4. I lost my shit. I was like, fuck that then. If that's the case, he's saying that when you say you 16-4, that's basically, I counted that shit 4. I divided 16 into 4. And you said you 4 times better than me. I'm gonna whoop this shit out you. So
I couldn't, because I was listening to that one. I listened to that when he said that, and I was like, really? I was like, because he's so convincing. Like, could that be true? And then I was like, no, I gotta listen. I gotta remember who's talking right now. It's Mr. Delusional.
He really is. Like,
yeah,
he really is convincing. Because when I had him in the chat, me and this guy are trying to have a real talk. He's still in the chat. You remember when we took them fights at? I said, yeah. He said at CC. Yeah, I said, yeah, that's the exact location. He said, yeah, that's exactly where it happened at. And I said, yeah, that's what happened. That's where you lost 20 times in a fucking row. What is you talking about? Somebody, no, that's why I beat you 16-4. See, I said, listen here, Nimbus, we could do it just like this. No recording, no nothing. We could go into a match right now. None of us ever speak the score. Nobody ever tell anybody anything. We just go into a match. I want to show you what it's like to actually fight somebody with skills, somebody that's actually good. Show you the difference in your skills and my skills. Somebody, no. What he said? He said, no, I'll fight you when I want to. I'm gonna wait until Weaponry Master drop. I said, you motherfucker, Weaponry Master already dropped.
Yeah, Weapon Master's out.
Yeah, that's exactly what I told him. That's exactly what I told him.
To save him or something? Like,
I don't know. Then I said, Weapon Master is already out. Then I started. He started laughing. He said something about a week. I said, so you gonna fight me in a week? He said, no, I'm gonna fight you when I want to. I'm like, look at this fucking guy.
Wow.
He tries that with everybody. He tries to pick the most inopportune time for you and then say you ducked him.
Look, he's gonna fight you when he wants to. He's gonna try to find you out in the open world with fucking 8 people on his team fucking fly above you.
Pretty much. See, here's the problem with Nimbus. And this comes from my own personal experience. Talking trash is one thing, but if you can't take a loss, don't open your mouth. A good trash talker will talk trash, but they can take a loss like, yeah, I opened my mouth, you beat me, good job. Bad trash talker, making yourself look real bad.
Well, could you imagine Muhammad Ali? Could you imagine Muhammad Ali was the greatest trash talker of all time?
Yeah.
Could you imagine Muhammad Ali if he never won a fight and was ducking people? It would have gotten old real quick, but he could back it up. Here's the thing about trash talking. Michael Jordan trash talked, but he was the best.
You have to back it up or be able to take a loss.
You have to be able to back it up if you're going to trash talk, or it's pointless. And
or don't get butthurt when you lose.
But tell me, what type of guy is this? If you beat a guy 20 times in a row, but you don't have footage because you guys are friends, but he goes out and says he just makes up some shit like he beat you 16-4. What type of guy is that? How do you stop somebody? No, but how do you stop something? How do you stop something like that?
Yeah, how can you not take that kind of person? And then he goes, oh, it's just a video game.
Yeah.
Nimbus is the one acting like it's not a video game. He's lying about shit that happens in a video game. He's actually making up fantasies about a video game. And I'm like, you're the one taking it too far. American Hero's just like, shut the fuck up. You know you didn't. You didn't.
I take it like I said.
Yeah.
He was in a chat with me today. He was in a chat with me. He was in a chat with me, and he talked. And it was all people's champ, people real. I'm like, This guy's with that, and everything was smile, 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 smile. I'm like, this fucking guy's in love with smile.
Hey, I got a news flash for you. Smile Before Death couldn't give two shits about Nimbus Yosh. Every time I talk to Smile,
don't care.
Every time I talk to Smile and I bring up Nimbus, he's like, "Oh yeah, that guy." He don't even give a fuck.
Wait, what are you even talking about? Let's be honest.
What is
even if Smile said he would, Nimbus would never fight Smile, because if he fought Smile and Smile beat him on video, he'd have nothing left to talk trash about. Nimbus would have nothing but you, and you're not a PvPer, so beating you or crappy doesn't even matter. If Smile beat him, his whole image is destroyed. He's got nothing left to talk about.
Smile does duels every day. I mean, I'm not saying
Smile would crush him.
He's not the best dueler. He'll tell you he's not the best PvPer, but he's good. Don't get it wrong. He's good, and
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
people like me and him. We are 1v1ers. We do this every day.
Exactly. That's what you guys do. Right.
Yeah, this is no. We're not good, and we might not be the best in PvE. We might not be the top in something else, but
you don't skill point hunt. You don't do shit like that. Yeah, you PvP. You won. Yeah, you're duelers. Yeah.
And to lose that guy named Nimbus, and it was funny, man. But so many people told me about it that like it was bound to happen. It's like 'cause most of the top guys that I know on the PvP. Nimbus, isn't it crazy to be considered a PvP? You call yourself a PvPer, but you don't know no top players. Right? Why? Because you don't get into real fights with real teams. And you fight against them, like you know who the good people are when you get in, like when you know them by the name. He doesn't know no top players.
Right.
There's a reason for that, because you're not a PvPer. You don't know about anybody that's good.
Right. Yeah.
I like all the videos that people got on YouTube chasing Nimbus around, like one of the guys from.
If you really look hard enough,
got a fucking video chasing Nimbus around, beating his ass on the police station portal and shit. Fucking Nimbus is dipping inside the nightclub trying to fly above
trying to snipe.
You know, why does he play like such a bitch, man? I fucking hate people who would do that, man. If you're flying above somebody and you're fucking shooting laser beams at them from above or doing celestial combos or something, you are such a bitch. Come on the ground and fight somebody like a man. I hate people who do that shit.
You know, Crappy, you just need
that's all I came across in Legends matches last night.
Oh my
people
god,
would be fucking throwing block breakers at the top of the Batcave fucking ceiling. and then they would go right back up after I fucking counter them. I'm just like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Like, and then I would get pissed when my partner is just like sitting there blocking. And then, of course, they're getting block broken, and I'm like, oh, God.
It's Nimbus style, man.
I was going to record.
He started a whole new way of playing PvP, man. Play like a bitch. Yeah, I mean, that's...
We were doing Legends in the pit.
Annoying. Oh
and everybody on our team was Jon Stewart, except Rocky was Catwoman, and everybody on the other team was Jon Stewart, and everybody was just in the air in the pit fighting. It was fucking hilarious.
How about...
We were pooping on people.
Wait, I thought Jon Stewart dropped off after that nerf.
How about them players don't read patch notes and are fucking doing the right click or the tap triangle thinking it's gonna block break?
Now after weapon mastery, it's
like, dude, I fought a Bane who was, how most Banes will like hide their block break in that like hand clap thing.
Yeah.
Well, like they would do that, and then they would be going like, why isn't he on his ass? Like he was blocking. People don't read patch notes, so like for a good couple days, when I would be partnered with someone who was like a Bane or a Jon Stewart, I'd be like, hey, remember that they changed the block break. All block breakers are holds now, and like a good 90% of people were like, what?
People don't realize that shit. It's because they're idiots.
Yeah, they
don't bother me.
They don't keep up with the game. They don't read the patch notes or anything. So.
Yeah, that's the thing with that guy, man. It's because I was in the chat. This guy, when I'm talking about for 30 minutes, or close to an hour, all he did was talk. No, I'm like this sitting. I said, "Are you done?" Yeah. He said, "No, I ain't done." He kept talking and talking. He was talking so much shit.
Poor guy, man. I almost feel sorry for him now, man.
No. Yeah, because you actually have to think that because he worries about money from YouTube. He worries about, like, it's so much shit. But I'm like, dude, we're not that big. And he's literally worrying about the YouTube money. He's worrying about the views. He said, you're just trying to get views off me. Nimbus, shut the fuck up. Nobody getting nothing off me.
I know, man. No one who does DC is really making any money or is big on YouTube.
Right.
Even though he has 20,000, 20,000 is nothing.
Yeah, I mean,
in the YouTube world,
there's an old grandma that does recipes in her kitchen that's got 150,000 subscribers.
In DC universe, 20,000 is huge, but not in YouTube.
That's like half the population.
DC is not the game.
That's like half the population of DC right there. 20,000.
Oh, there gotta be more people than that.
How can you let your own trash talking you stop you from having fun? This guy does not queue up 1v1s, doesn't queue up 2v2s, or doesn't queue up 4s because most of the top teams run 4s and 5s. So all he queues is up 8 because of his own mouth.
Yeah, he's in trying to protect his false image. He's ruined the game for himself, basically.
Yeah,
How long does it take for an 8v8 to even pop? Because on fucking PC side, I'll be sitting here for like 30 minutes.
Oh, it'll pop on the console.
And he'll pop on Legends too.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna get Watchtower and fucking Hall of Doom headquarters feeds.
You should get a PS4, Vagrant.
Nah, fuck that. Although I mean I'd be able to play with you guys.
There you go.
Whatever.
Even though we're all playing Final Fantasy right
haven't
now,
seen
except crappy heels.
Is American Hero playing Final Fantasy 14?
That game ain't slow. What are you talking about?
American, are you playing 14?
I had to stop because I was starting to get hyped about it because the PvE is so fucking fun in that shit, leveling up.
Yeah.
But then somebody kept telling me, "Yo, the PvP sucked," and I just stopped.
The PvP's not bad. I play.
No. I heard
I'm the people's champ. I'm the people's champ on the Final Fantasy PvP, boy. I whoop everybody. Yeah. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but anyway, I'm sorry. I just made an ass out of myself. Oh,
I don't know, but it's kind of sad at the same time. It was funny as shit. While he was talking for an hour straight, I was laughing, and then it came to a point like, dude, it's really not that serious. I just don't want to. He kept telling me, you either want to be an enemy or you want to be a friend. I said, I don't want to be none. Right. I don't want to know you. I don't want to fuck
you. You just want to say, okay, come fight me.
All I said, like I said to him, I said, listen, dude, all I want you to know is you actually had somebody that had your back, and you blew all that shit for your ego. And that's exactly what I told. And when I told him that.
Good point.
Let me read this shit. Let me read it because he didn't stop. Not only did the bitch type me on Twitter, he sent me messages on Skype. He actually called my real phone. I'm like, this fucking guy, dude. I'm not gonna get on the phone and argue. Two guys arguing over a video game.
That's funny.
I'm telling you, this is everything. This everything, man. But it's not everything to me. But at the same time, I don't give a fuck if it's not everything to me. You suck. You're not better than me at this game. I've been knowing you for the longest. Do you know Nimbus got kicked out of his own league for a new recruit? He was the leader of SOL, a new recruit, DPS, so good for the PvP team. And when Nimbus wanted to kick him out, they decided to kick Nimbus out.
Oh,
when they kicked Nimbus out, I decided to leave the league because they kicked him out.
Right.
It was like, the guy, he fucked up. He was the only guy that really had his back, whatever.
Well, Ace One sends me in mail every once in a while on the game.
Yeah, we was talking
just
today.
saying.
Me and him never talk. I'm talking about never talk. He actually sent me some message today. He said, "Yo, I seen that on and glad you exposed him." Even though Nimbus should have been exposed a long time. Nimbus is a horrible player at this game. I know this shit, and I've been know this. Then I actually told him, yeah, and all that stuff. He said truth, and I said truth. We was cool. He has, like I'm saying, he has the #1 PvP league, and now my league is tied running with that #1 for the hero side only.
Right.
So we're tied fighting it out.
So, what do you think about Descendo or whatever they're called? What do you think about them overall as a PvP league?
I think they're more of a PvE league. They don't really. So? Yeah, they're more of a PvE league.
Yo shit stank. Anyone watching the chat, Memori just said episode 49, Yo shit stank. should be the title of the episode. That's funny. I have to write that one down. And it's funny that talking about the American Hero beef with Nimbus is more interesting than the actual content that they just put out. I mean, that's
fucking terrible.
No, see, this is the thing. If that's how Nimbus talks while me and him together, when I'm calling him, I say, what you was a backyard wrestler? I mean, he in that chat going at it, and he's going at it for hours and hours. I'm like, dude, are you done? He said, no, I ain't fucking done. He was just going off and this shit. I'm like, then if he talks like that, because I'm not the type of guy that gets louder and louder. When Nimbus argues, Nimbus will completely out here. He will basically outside. He argues like a little kid. He's gonna get louder than you, and he's gonna continue to talk over you. So when somebody talks like that, I don't usually talk. If that's how that guy gonna talk on the podcast,
people that talk over you.
Yeah, if that's how that guy gonna talk on the podcast, then I'm not gonna. I'm gonna be on it, period. But I'm not. It's not gonna be no yelling match. What people think. I'm not gonna literally get into no yell match.
Right. Well, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad. Maybe you guys can work it out. I mean,
Nah, I'm done with him.
Yeah, just I don't know.
I would hate to see that dude in real life. I mean, for real.
I just have nothing to say. It's fucking. He's terrible. I've seen his gameplay. I've seen how terrible he is. I'm not that good at PvP, but I would beat that man's ass. He's fucking horrible.
Yeah,
I actually know how to play the game and hide my block breakers and fucking play like a regular person.
Clip some of your moves.
He fucking sucks.
Yeah.
I just don't regular PvP because I don't have the top gear. I do Legends. I'm decent at Legends with what I got.
I don't even. Yeah.
Most people don't know Orbit felt bad for Nimbus. Orbit literally, when Orbit before the fight was happening, Orbit was gonna play all Nimbus soundtracks of Nimbus talking shit to Orbit. Like, I'm gonna beat this thing, got you. Imagine that Nimbus come off the top of the
But he thought it was gonna be a better fight than that.
No. I kept telling them, listen to him. When Nimbus kept talking shit to me, I was really trying to provoke that fight. I wanted them to do that so bad because I wanted somebody to expose it. Every time I came at it, he made me mad. He apologized for the shit. But at the same time, it's like, okay, I'm done with you already. But you just keep calling about it, but you just keep throwing me on the bus whenever you feel like it. So when he came down there, when I kept telling him, like, yo, he's that bad at the game. Listen to me. Take him to Temple of Ice. No, because Orbit was gonna fight him in Batcave. They was gonna fight in Batcave, and I'm like, no, don't. You take it to Batcave. He gonna use sidekick, supply drop, and soda. They wanted to fight in Lairs. I said, don't fight in Lairs because you have to kill him more than 3 times. I need something to embarrass him, but I need something that really puts a big gap. Right. If he would have lost 3-0, nobody would have cared. 3 of those, it happens to some people.
Right, exactly. That's no big deal.
I said go to Temple of Isis because you can't use this supply drop. This is how Nimbus fight. Nimbus fights with supply drop, sidekicks, and sodas. If Orbit would have never used that shit, mainly because he was on my character and I wasn't gonna run no raids for nobody, so he was gonna be fucked by himself. But so I told him to take him to Temple of Isis so he can basically it was gonna take out some of Nimbus plans or strategies. The only thing that surprised me, I told him like if Nimbus gets 1 kill on you, I will be surprised because he's that bad at the game. Right. So when he took him to Temple of Isis, Orbit did not. He believed me when I said he was bad, but Orbit, ask Orbit the whole time when this whole fight was taking place, it was all about destroying the shit out of Nimbus. Everybody was tired and fed up with his shit talk. Everybody on the podcast.
I wonder why you were so quick to loan out your character. I mean, I was kind of like you were like begging Orbit to take your character. You were like, I'll give you my charter. You can delete it after you're done.
Everybody on that podcast was tired. The same guys he talked to, whatever, like he's talked to every day, was tired of his shit. That was tired of his shit. It was nothing but everybody preparing to come to his fucking funeral. Everybody
still hasn't stopped. So
yeah, he still hasn't stopped. No, but he quit DCUO. But he just got on that podcast and fucking ran his mouth. And he actually jumped on today. I said, I'm gonna fight you when a new Weapon Master come out. The Weapon Master is already out. It came out like 2 days ago. He said, yeah, fight you next week. So you gonna fight me next week? No, I'll fight you when I want to. Oh yeah, okay.
If he's struggling with the regular combos, he's not gonna get Weapon Mastery. I mean, it's hard to hit that little window sometimes. I mean, it depends.
Unless Nimbus stop block breaking, I mean, unless he stop holding R1, Nimbus is never gonna beat me. Anytime he hold his R1 less than a second, I mean, like past a second, he's gonna get block broken. Right. And he's just gonna get punished for it. And he cannot see block breakers. So even if I want to throw a block breaker in front of him, all I do is clip it, and he won't even think about lunging. He's that fucking retarded.
Man, he's got you fired up, man. He's got you fired up.
I hear this guy. I have my phone hooked up to my Twitter, so every time he was tagging me in everything. So all I hear is beat, beat, beat. Like it just beats going off all over my on my Twitter. American Heroes is a big bitch. Oh, you soft ass bitches. All this hashtag. He's going off like that. And at the same time, he's tagging Smile and all this shit. So he's sending it to him too. And I'm like, this fucking guy. he just would not stop. Like he's a funny ass guy. If you had to be in that chat with me today, man, like everything YouTube is everything to Nimbus, and it's kind of scary and kind of fucked up at the same time because if you could talk about if everything that comes out, every DCO is starting to become his life because if Smile for Death is basically like it feels like Smile for Death is in the same room wherever he's at.
Right.
Like his image is always like he takes that Nimbus Yosh out of the video game and walks with that for real. That's really him. His name is not his real name no more. His real name is Nimbus Yosh. That is 100%.
He's kind of adopted that. Yeah, that's bad. Oof.
Yeah.
That
like I'm
is
telling
bad.
you,
that's worse than that's worse than Puppeteer. Damn.
You.
Man. So I'll tell you, I here's a fight I want to see. I want to see Puppeteer, the guy we got in our chat here on our podcast. I want to see him against Orbit. I really
Why
do.
the fuck me? Why do you want to see me get beat the fuck down?
You're not gonna get beat the fuck down, dude. I'd like to see that fight. I'm saying right now that would be a good fight.
Think of it as an opportunity to test your skill.
Yeah.
I at least get one kill. I know that.
But you'll get a lot more than one kill. I'd like to see. I'd like to see you and American Hero fight. That'd be a good fight.
Uh-oh.
Man, I might get a half one then.
That fucking guy charged. You said 500 million. I want
Get the fuck out of here. 500 million. I wouldn't.
He only says 500 million because he ain't want to duel nobody to get his ass beat.
Well, I was thinking about making a video saying I'm just gonna challenge Nimbus Yosh to a fight. I'm gonna charge $5 to the fight. $5, not real money. I'm talking about $5 in-game money, not 500 million. $5. Okay, just five cash to watch that fight.
I don't know like the story behind this. What happened about the 500 million? What's going on with that?
Okay, Nimbus put out a video saying that people were starting to step up and challenge him a lot because he was just running his mouth a lot. So he goes, "Oh, it's going to take 500 million to fight me because I'm." Yeah. He was expecting people to pay him 500 million to fight him. I'm like,
Why would you pay 500 million to fight him when it's an embarrassment to be seen in a fight with him in the first place?
I wouldn't pay 500 million for the fucking sparring target in my goddamn fucking damn base.
I'd more than likely pay 500 million to make sure he stays about 100 feet away from my character at all times.
He's literally I called him the greatest sparring target dummy. That's everybody needs a Nimbus Yosh in their base just to beat up on and put on YouTube.
And he actually thinks that aura is named after him. It's like the aura means a cloud. It's a cloud aura. It's smoke.
So
it's cloud.
I wonder if you ever get like a base that has like a big ass wrestling ring in it and shit. If the sparring target will be a mini Nimbus Yosh.
Yeah, he would. He would never leave this game. If they put a wrestling ring as a lair item, he would never log off this game. He'd
No, go ahead.
But he wouldn't want to fight, though, because it might soil his name. He might accidentally lose one time, and it's like his whole leg is... I don't know what the fuck goes through that man in the head, man. Because I see videos on YouTube, Nimbus Yosh. The guy is he's a healer stance. One piece of healer gear, like 4 pieces of DPS gear, PvE gear on... And he beat Nimbus 1-12. And he said, "Oh, I beat Nimbus Yosh. I guess I'm the new people's champ." Then I fuck around and beat his ass. As soon as he said that, I beat him up and put him on my YouTube. And then you see Nimbus make a video of the guy that beat him 1-12. And I beat that guy so bad that I kept him inside his spawn. He couldn't even run outside of his spawn. And then Nimbus make a video, "Oh, you calling yourself the people's champ?" And while the whole video is going, that guy is talking to me. The guy is talking to me in actually, you should have heard Nimbus in the chat say, "Yo, I'm finna fight that dude." Nimbus is in the chat trying to cheer me on, like he's nervous and shit. I'm like, "Nimbus, you're not fighting. I'm the one fighting. He's nervous and shit." Don't lose now, man.
He's gonna be nervous about a fight in a video game. Come on, get the fuck out of here.
I'm over there. I kill a guy 4-0. Then I go up to his spawn. And I keep him in his spawn. And I kill him 4 times again. Now the score is 8-0. So I'm telling Nimbus that Nimbus is going all over. He's going all off and on the 5 chat talking so much shit. Haha, you can't your ass beat 8-0. And I keep beating him. He said, "Nah, you ain't the people's chat." Then he started pulling out his phone, making a video, and it just the same guy that beat him 1-12 is the guy that I just destroyed 16. Actually, I think I beat him 16-3. I beat him. Now he's on a video. You calling yourself the people's chat, and he's taking I'm like, and count. You remember? You don't know if you remember that video, but you left a count. You left comment on that said, it seems like American Hero is more of the people's champ than you.
Right.
Because he's the one to fight him.
Yeah. I remember.
I have yet to see that guy actually kill somebody in an arena match. When he said he fought against Ace One, no, the replacement did all the damage.
Yeah, Rep the Replacement. I mean, I watched a couple videos of him with Rep the Replacement, I mean, it was obvious that who was putting in the work.
Since we have American Hero here, he's exposing. Didn't Nimbus make a video something about beating that monkey in a box guy or something?
Why he was AFK?
Yeah, because he was obviously AFK, because I don't know what guy would sit there like, you beat me, let me lay on the ground while you do some video and talk shit.
Yeah,
obviously was AFK.
He beat him while he's AFK, then he told him the PvP phase doesn't have a pause button. And he said being a hero doesn't have a pause button. He beat him up. And he made a video. He took out his phone and made a video. I think the guy just killed Nimbus, though. That's why Nimbus was mad. And he went AFK, and Nimbus, like, he can't. He killed him.
So how long did it take him to kill an AFK person?
I don't.
The video of the 56 alert.
What the hell is that?
Oh, I thought I was
That's the robot.
Crappy.
That's crappy, you know, just watching his own videos.
Crappy.
Crappy's watching porn.
Crappy, turn off your YouTube or whatever you're doing.
You lagging.
Yeah, that's a video going. I don't know. Apologize for that little technical difficulty there. Shit happens when you're podcasting. You know how it is.
We need to get a new feat added to this game for new players. If you get 100 hit combo on a training dummy, there needs to be a 10-point feat that pops up that's just called Nimbus Orbit.
No, they call it getting Nimbus. That's Get them. It's like every time I see him and think about him, it's like I can't help but vision 15 right after his name. They say his Nimbus Yosh just says 15 though. That's all I think.
Even better, you know, because you know the developers, you know, they don't like to take extra time to do anything special. So just go ahead and change the name of the 100 on a hit counter to Nimbus Yosh.
You know, they don't like to take time to do anything special.
Only you come up with something like that, Puppet. I swear, man. Jesus Christ.
Oh man.
Oh, I just.
So is there going to be? So you are going to be on their podcast on Sundays from time to time, right?
Not time to time. I think this is the last time I'll probably be on that podcast.
Really? Well, I mean, I was going to say there might be some drama. I don't know, but
I want to be on the podcast and talk to Nimbus.
I mean, you're welcome to join us anytime you want. You know, if you got, I know you don't play DC much anymore, but if you want to talk about another game, you know, because we may be expanding to some other games in the future.
Yeah,
I know y'all
I know y'all was talking about that H1Z1. I heard people, couple of my friends kept talking to me about that. They said it was gonna be a zombie MMO game and all that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like a survival.
Yeah, well, I gotta check that out. But if it's coming, I think
interesting.
Yeah, and they told me it's coming for PS4 too. I was surprised. PC game.
Sony Online Entertainment game, so that means you're gonna have a PS4 port.
I mean, your service will be all time to time, but they still charge you though.
The server's gonna be
hell
all
yeah.
time to time.
No shit.
You think you got 3 more days?
Hey, will the zombie be able to block? Hey, if I'm 20 yards away firing my shotgun at him, can he just like have his back turned to me and hold up his block breaker or his block and knock me on my ass or something?
No, but if you combo in the motherfucking buckshot, you'll get a fucking reduced power cost.
And you also got to remember, you only can shoot that zombie once a week unless you want to use replay badges.
No shit.
And they might actually charge you for how many zombies could be in your area.
No shit.
You guys are fucked.
You kill more than 16 zombies.
I think Crappy's getting mad. We're making fun of his game. We're making fun of his game right now. I think he's getting mad.
No, I'm editing the video right now. This is the only time I get because I've been playing nonstop. Because DC's a great game. I don't know. I'm having a blast at it. I guess because
He must love me
doing things with weapon mastery and stuff like that.
Well, I'm glad you like it, Crappy. I mean, you know, I'm glad you got something in your life.
I don't see what's there not to like. You know, it's a small DLC.
I think you and Nimbus need to be roommates. We need to make a new sitcom, Nimbus and Crappy as roommates. I
would never be that dude's roommate.
That would be awesome.
Crappy would have headphones on.
He would learn a lot from Crappy.
He would be slowing my internet down just to suck on the same thing. That ain't happening.
You know,
I
in
couldn't take
Super
him anywhere in PvE.
Super
Jesus
Patriot
Christ.
could drive by their apartment in his ice cream truck every once in a while. You know how it is. That would be hilarious. Fucking have those three on a sitcom. Anyway, god damn.
Nimbus be talking. Hey, crap! You're doing it wrong, man. You gotta use your cell phone to take videos. That's the only way to put them on YouTube.
You're not hitting that bong right, man.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That guy, man.
You know, no.
go
I
ahead.
forget what I was doing now.
I was gonna say,
yeah.
back
I need
on-
to make
back on
I need to make a
DC.
thumbnail.
There's just one thing I want to know about DC right now with this update, dude.
Okay.
I thought the whole slogan of the game was "Play Your Way." So why does this feel like they increased the power cost? It's like play your way, but no, you're gonna do weapon mastery because you got to because you run out of power in 2 moves.
You know,
It's like play your way, except
I
that when
hate
we
the,
tell you how to
the
play.
up power cost stuff. Is such a bullshit, man. They need to cut that out with the
Yeah.
up power cost.
They are getting bullshit with the play your way unless we tell you to play a certain way, then you better
Hey,
damn do it.
I like the update. I'm gonna crappy. I mean, I like it. It's
I
better
like
than
the
what
update.
But what I want to know is why the tier 6 alert is easier without a healer than it is with one.
why would it be? I
I
mean,
know,
I
That's
don't.
right?
stupid.
It's still easy if all you have to do when the skull pops up is block. Just sit there and block for
You know
like.
what though? That skull, she'll
Yeah,
kill you
sometimes-
before the skull even pops up on your head.
Sometimes
She's
she
vulnerable.
Sometimes she just puts up her bracers and doesn't even pop at the skull.
Yeah,
And how about
but
this? You're already in your fucking combo or doing your attack, and the
Didn't-
skull pops up, you're dead. I mean,
Didn't
it's
we talk
easy, but
about-
it's super annoying.
Didn't we talk about how bullshit that is? I mean, like, there's
Yeah.
so much shit on the screen, and then that's their mechanic
Exactly.
to make it hard.
yeah,
You know, a little teeny ass fucking icon that's like, oh man, you should stop attacking, or otherwise it's gonna reflect all
Yo,
damage.
Wonder Woman needs to like start flashing, like where you can actually see it or something.
No.
you know?
Most MMOs are fucking smart and have big ass fucking text that says, "Yo, you're about to get fucking reflected."
Yeah, some things there'll be like a red text that comes up on the screen. You know, like that would be the way to go. I mean, sometimes it surprises you. You're in a combo. You're doing.
Yeah,
a
I mean,
power,
I'm looking
you know?
at health bars. You know, I'm
You
healing.
always can't stop what you're doing, and there's not enough warning. Like the skull pops up, but it's already too late once you see the skull. Like if you see the skull and you're doing something, it's too late.
Right.
You
Well,
know, game
it
over.
sounds
Right.
to me. It sounds to me like they should just like with the skull, like 2 or 3 seconds before she does it, just put some white text on the screen. Wonder Woman readies her bracers, so that you know, hey, maybe I
Exactly.
should go into this
It's
combo.
the same thing. It's the same thing with the fucking T5 duo with Donna Troy, where she looks like she's blocking, but
She's
it has
reflecting.
a slight ass glow on her arm.
Right.
I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to see that?
You know what sucks too? Sometimes she'll block, and you'll think she's doing it,
And you'll
then
stop
you're li-
attacking.
and then you'll stop.
You'll
And
stop.
you'll be like, oh, she's just blocking.
Yeah,
and then you'll
and-
throw a power, and what happens? Bam!
Then you
Then
look-
she fucking whips that shit up. And you're like, really?
and then you look like an idiot for just standing
How
there for 5
how
seconds.
is that hard? That's just fucking stupid and bad design.
Yeah. I agree.
Horrible design.
You know, this
It
game.
it just makes me wonder, like, what fucking school did these coders go to?
Oh, shit.
You know, it's so bad. I'll say this. Do you remember old Mortal Kombat when they had that toasty guy pop up?
Yeah.
Every time something bullshit happens in DC, they need a little cutout of Spittle eating some Cheetos that pops out of the corner of the screen. With like a little laugh or something.
There'd
He
be
just
money-
little,
there'd
there's Spittle to pop on the
there
screen
would
like,
be-
gotcha!
there'd be a whole bunch of money that'd be floating around his head.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. You
Spittle's
have to
the toasty
remember,
guy now.
this is your last content till like September. Okay? This is the last DLC.
I hope it's not.
You know, I have a bad...
Crappy. I said I hope it's like the one time where Last Laugh came out, and then like a month later, they talked about Hand of Fate. It was like really quick. I'm hoping it's gonna be like that.
I doubt it.
It needs to be pretty quick. I mean, because this is just a small DLC, and like they said, it's cool to go with a small DLC. You know what I mean? Give us some time to get the armor that's in that vendor, you know. But then, don't let us hang out for a couple months with just
I
this one alert.
guarantee it's
I
not
got
going
a
to be
bad
out till, I mean, at the earliest August.
Yeah, the only thing that's going to save them, like, because that DLC's, you know, you're going to at least have 3 months. But the only thing that's going to save them is if they don't do what they did with Weapon Mastery and put, you know, Weapon Mastery, like, with the DLC, even though it's in an update. If they put the league halls, in the next update or the one after that, that would save them, because that's an interesting thing. Everybody's going
Right.
to want to play that.
Right.
No,
I
I
got a
can
bad feeling
I
like-
can see game update 37 maybe being like the new UI or something.
That would be cool.
How much you want to bet they try to save it with PvP season 3 or 4 or whatever we're on?
But
Like,
how
oh,
buggy?
it's
How
not
buggy
PvP
will that be?
For a while.
Yeah, I was about to say, is it bad that when you say new UI, I kind of want to throw up?
Yeah.
It's like, will I even be able to get on the fucking game?
I see
Not
a lot
for
of
a week or two.
problems. I see a lot of problems
know.
with that coding, putting that through the PS, the PSN network and everything. Ugh.
You think they would learn how to code in this language by now to where it should be smooth as fuck?
It's
I
been
think they're
3
ripping
years.
off a skeleton
I mean,
crew.
I was live streaming the new alert
Yeah,
last night, and
okay.
Cersei is over in the corner, shadow boxing the corner, and I'm like,
It's-
bitch,
This
Wonder
kind
Woman.
of stuff, like,
I'm
oh my
like,
God.
Wonder Woman's that way.
Dude,
Wonder Woman
if
is that way, bitch.
I would fucking love for Angry Joe to shit on this game. He would do it in a fucking heartbeat.
He wouldn't bother. I mean, he shit
They,
on
they
Elder
probably
Scrolls.
paid him not to when he played.
Yeah.
Like,
That fucking
please don't.
What's
crap
funny
that.
though is like he did the Elder
Yeah.
Scrolls Online review so wrong. He didn't even
Yeah.
He didn't even play past like level 25, and he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I played enough.
Yeah,
I played
that's
enough to give it a full review."
Yeah.
that's why me and his fans, I was on their fucking channel going at it with his fans, dude. Because I was like, dude, how you gonna rate an MMO over like you haven't even played it? Like, yeah, you can't rate it. It's too early. You rating it before like the first month or first 2 months. You just rated it already like it's bad and all
And
this
then he
shit.
compared it to a single player game like Skyrim. That's
Right.
the wrong way to fucking
Yeah, that's
review an MMO.
And his fan subscribers trying to tell me like, oh no, it's early enough to rate a video. That's why it's early enough to rate a MMO. It's early enough to rate an MMO because everybody has a first impression. No, this is not a first impression. He put up completely like this game is complete shit. I'm like, dude, it says he knows it was just it's like a mode. It's more of a PvP game. Like you go out there, you fight, you do the same you do the same shit over and over again. You get up and you do the same shit. You just do it at a different map.
Right.
And he knows that he said it himself. It was more of a PvP based game. It has PvE elements, but it's more of PvP. And he know that, but he just came out there. I rate you guys. He's talking about money. They asking for money. All games all MMOs require a subscription. That's gonna happen, and all of them come with a special benefit. You can have this unlocked player, even though they should have never did that. As soon as the game first came out, you have to pay for. They have some type of different race where you have to pay for like $15.
Yeah, the
That's all
Imperial.
Yeah.
I did that actually. Even though I said I wasn't going to, I ended up doing it. Just
You
because I
know,
wanted
They
to
got
I
play
don't
it.
you.
mean to cut you all off, but see that's my problem with that game. It's not that they're charging a subscription. I just don't think you need a mount in that game, and with the amount of gold they give you, you kind of feel like you're
Well,
obligated
see,
to buy the collectors for 80.
what's
Okay, hey,
Wait,
Major,
let me
check
finish.
this out.
Let me finish.
Let me ask
Let
you
me
a
finish
question
my
real quick.
thought.
Wait, hold on, let me ask
Let
you
me
a question.
finish my
Major.
thought though. One more thing.
Let him finish.
Okay, besides that, the fact that from everything I've read and heard that you have to put in your payment information before you even get your 30-day trial. Why do you have to give them a credit card number to get free 30 days?
World of
That
Warcraft
just
does
screams
that.
money grab to me. It's
World
like,
of Warcraft does that. You have to put in your credit card information to even play. You do know that, right? Any subscription-based MMO that is purely subscription-based, you have to give them your credit card so they could bill you if you keep your subscription. That makes sense.
And you
Fucking
gotta
think.
remember, you gotta remember, Kaiser. It's on the PC. When it comes to the PS4, that won't be possible with the PlayStation Store. They'll have to
That's
go
what I'm saying.
with
You
it.
have-
They won't be able to do that,
So-
Kaiser.
That's because it's the PC. And then the question I want to ask Vagrant is, this is the thing I'm kind of thinking about the gold. I know it only drops a couple gold, but am I wrong in that, because they all drop loot? Can you sell that loot to vendors for extra
Hell
gold?
yeah. Now
That's
what's
exactly
even
what I
funnier,
thought.
What's
You
even
could just sell
funnier
it and get
is
the gold.
so there's 2 points that is simply wrong in his review. He complains about enemies and mobs and bosses dropping only 1 gold. That happens in Skyrim. That happens in Skyrim all the fucking time.
Right.
NPCs and shit only drop like 1 gold. And then he complains about loot. Dude, you're only level 20. get past level 20, and then maybe you'll see a blue or a purple.
Okay, but here's his point, Vagrant. His point is, why not just go play Skyrim?
It goes farther, though. You know how he was complaining about gold and mounts being so ridiculous amounts of gold? If you farm for like an hour, you'll have like 15,000 gold. It's not hard to make money in Elder Scrolls Online. It's really not.
Okay. Because I know, because if it's anything like Skyrim, which I mean, it really felt like it, you know, just minus minute details. If it's anything like that, you know, you get a, and I've seen how much loot drops off of enemies. Like almost every enemy will drop some kind of loot, and you sell that for like 10, 14 gold, right there.
Yep.
You know, to a vendor. So I mean,
it's not hard to make money in that game at all.
Yeah.
You can make at least, okay, so this is probably the easiest way to make money. Go to a public dungeon and then like hit enemies. You don't even have to kill them because there'll be tons of players. You'll get tons of greens and blues. Just all you got to do is either deconstruct them or vendor them, and you'll have tons and tons of gold that you won't even know what to do with it. That's the best way to make money in that game. It's ridiculous how fucking easy it is to get a mount.
The only negative thing I agreed with him on, like in that whole thing,
Mega server,
that I agreed with him, phasing.
Yeah,
that is being fixed in the next update. And
if that gets fixed, I'm golden. Bring it on. Let's play some Elder Scrolls.
Oh wait.
That's actually being fixed.
You can't leave DC. Update. You're a DC fanboy. You can't leave.
I'll pull MEPS right out of my mouth to go to. Sorry.
I'm going to leave it at this.
Is there?
I'm not going to hate.
How could MEPS
one
be
game
in your
over
mouth
another?
and Super Patriots at the same
time?
Shit!
Look.
I don't think that's possible. No, I'm just
not going to hate over one game or another. That game is just not for me. Like you said, it's PvP focused. I don't like the environment. You all can have that. I'm playing Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
It's where are you getting PvP focus? Oh wait, the PvP is for sure really good, but the PvE is also solid.
Yeah,
because of the customization you can do.
I'm not an Elder Scrolls fan.
But as far as the console's concerned, besides being just what people want to play Elder Scrolls, the PvP is going to be the main draw, I think, of a lot of the console players.
Well, until you get a hold of what you can do in the PvE, because the PvE that they're coming out with sounds extremely promising.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough.
Hey, and Kaiser, man, I mean, you got to remember, sometime in that Final Fantasy world, the man boys are going to grow up, and then you're going to...
I'm just... look. I'm not going to hate on your game anymore. I'm just saying I don't like Tamriel. I don't like the world of Elder Scrolls. I don't like the aesthetics.
It doesn't even look good.
It's not my game.
Yeah.
It doesn't look good to me. I'm not going to enjoy it.
As far as visuals, Final Fantasy looks much better than Elder Scrolls.
I'm sorry,
as far as visuals.
Never say that you won't enjoy it till you actually play it.
Yeah,
I will.
Because I don't like how the art works. I don't like how the characters look. I don't like how your personal character looks.
Yeah, I mean,
I just don't like it.
It's a personal preference thing.
It's my personal preference.
And
I'm not
Crappy,
Crappy
Heels is judging. Crappy's judging Final Fantasy, and he's never played it.
It's pretty much like...
I played Final Fantasy at my buddy's house, and I just don't... It's not my kind of game. I think it's a good game 100%, but it's just not my type of game.
Well, that's the same way I feel about the whole Elder Scrolls.
Like, I wouldn't get mad at Kaiser's argument, because it's kind of like if you looked at Champions and then looked at DC. Champions has a cel-shaded look.
Yeah.
That's not for everybody.
Right.
While DC has a more realistic look. You know, some people like realistic looks. Others like an artistic comic book style that Champions has.
Champions gameplay was...
That's kind of the way I feel about Final Fantasy.
That game had camera issues.
Final Fantasy also has the fantasy setting. DC has the comic book setting. There's just different themes and different things that everybody likes.
Yeah, that's because I thought Final Fantasy was one of the funniest PvE games out there, but as soon as I heard the PvP was bad, I stopped playing it. Like it was, I was having so much fun.
The PvP's not bad, Hero.
No. Everybody I know says the PvP is bad.
Really?
I'm talking about that is the word on Final Fantasy. The PvP is bad. So, and that tells you how much fun I was having in the PvE. And I'm a type of guy that don't like PvE.
Right.
And I was having that much fun in PvE and leveling up. As soon as I heard PvP was bad, I completely stopped it. I was having these guys said that they love PvP and they love we all play certain different games, but I don't know. That is just that it's just that different. As soon as I hear like the PvP, I'm done. These guys want to stick around for the PvE, and I have fun with that.
I had fun with the PvP I played on Final Fantasy, but it's more like Guild Wars 2, and I love PvP on Guild Wars 2, so that kind of was the draw there. But I have fun with it. You know.
I'm playing
when I
an
play an
awesome
MMO,
MMO
it's
right
gotta
now.
have both.
Right.
It's gotta have both. And
I'm more of a
PvP
PvE guy.
DC's PvP needs a little more because I like having variety, and deathmatch over and over and over again is getting old.
Yeah.
DC's PvP needs no block system because with everybody's internet and the time differences and everything, you could never get those windows perfect. So somebody always has a different. So someone always has an advantage or a disadvantage because of internet speeds.
I don't like that as well. I agree with you 100%.
It's like Call of Duty. You run
know,
around the corner and you're still getting hit with the bullets. It's basically the same thing with the block break. I'll block and I'll be almost at the hold move on my spin chop. So I did a tap and I'm just about to do the hold. And then I'll be getting countered from the fucking block I did fucking 2 moves ago. I'm like, really? I was like, that was a long ass time ago.
I don't like DCO. DCO is too dangerous to block.
It really is nowadays. When you even when you just give it a little tap, people are like, "Oh fuck, let me get that." I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Is that Bungie? Oh my god, Bungie's in the chat.
Bungie's in the chat.
Lord.
Yeah, I miss the good old days where you could just tap block and fucking block for like fucking
half a second.
A tenth
dude,
of a
I came
second.
across this one dude who would come into the match, in the Legends match, and he would just block and then unblock, block and unblock, block and unblock. And I was like, stop doing that, bro. Like, what the fuck? And then I'm trying to throw some Legends matches so I could just get some PvP gear. You know, I was on the test server throwing fucking matches just to level up to get my PvP gear. And I got some dudes that won't go in there and stand on the node, and like then the dude is beating me up at the start. I'm like, bro, just go stand on the node and capture this shit. I want to get out of here. Don't try to be a tough guy and beat me up because you fucking recognize my name or something.
He's got to make a video of it. He's gonna stand over you when you're dead and make a video of it.
I know, right?
Be like,
oh
my God,
pussy throwing matches. Bitch, I'm on the test server. Fucking beat me up if you want. Go ahead.
Oh,
just go stand on the node.
You know what people are gonna do after this? Someone's gonna create a name on the test server, call it like American Hero, and try and act as these people and be like, look at these bitches.
Our community is the funniest. The YouTube community is so fucking. It's bad now. Don't get me wrong. It's bad as shit. But it's
it's horrible.
But it's so fucking funny because I was on a porn site and I read the comments on the videos and they was nicer than the DCUO comments.
Oh no!
No, like a porn comment. A porn comment would be like, nice.
I said that nice. They're nice on here than our DCUO comments.
You know, I don't even think it's the YouTube community. I think it's the majority of the community in the game. Like, this is the other thing. Like DC versus Final Fantasy is probably my second MMO. DC, you go into a raid, you fuck up, you're like bottom of the list, or you're falling behind the other DPS. Everyone's like, "Oh, you're a scrub. Like, you suck. Go delete the game." Final Fantasy, they're like, "Hey, you're making a few mistakes. Let me give you some tips on that rotation." Like, they'll try and help you. And DC's you're a fucking scrub. Get the fuck out.
I gotta call you out on this one, Kaiser.
Bullshit.
I gotta call you out. All we hear from you is, "God, that fucking tank sucked. That healer
I said
sucked."
other people. I never said I was nice.
No, I call bullshit on that too, Kaiser, because I'll get in there and motherfucking everybody on Final Fantasy, because they don't all have to get on the mic. They all think they're the god of the fucking game, even though they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Those tanks sit there and fucking they're dropping aggro and shit. "Oh, what the fuck's going on? Use a single target. There's a fucking group in front of you, dumbass."
Okay, look, I'm not going to try and correct you on this, Puppet. The multi-target move does pull aggro. A good black mage goes and does Archer to level 36 and gets Quelling Strikes, which makes that move not pull aggro.
Hey, fanboy.
Do some work. Do your class right.
My aggro
You're like Nimbus throwing out moves that shouldn't even be there.
When my aggro bar's at half and the fucking healers is
You are the Nimbus Yosh of Final Fantasy.
Oh shit!
And he blames me.
Yeah, because you don't have Quelling Strikes.
Let me go ahead and put it out there. You know the reason why Kaiser Life's fucking Final Fantasy so much, there's no
Oh, God.
scoreboard, and his weakness of being a shit DPS can't be exposed. Just gonna say it.
I could out DPS you any day of the week.
No.
Oh man.
Hey, Cat, you know what I wish I really had was that audio before the fight of Nimbus. I wish I could hear that audio one more time. Like, I really wish I could hear all the excuses that he was playing. When you made your videos, excuses from Nimbus, is people don't understand it because they see the typing of the words. You should hear the voice cracking of the words of, you should fight this guy, you shouldn't do it. I'm like, this fucking guy, man. Super Patriot almost got mad at Nimbus. Tell him, like, shut the fuck up and just fight. It was that guy, man.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have fun.
He was getting very frustrated during that live stream. Like, come on, is this gonna happen? You know.
Yeah, he was mad as shit. Both of us was mad as shit. Like I said, at one point in time, everybody on that chat was pissed off at Nimbus. It was me, Super Patriot, Nimbus, and Orbit. He was the only guy on that chat, and he kept talking shit while the other 4 guys was pissed off at him. Like, shut the fuck up. We tired of you.
Oh, I started sticking. Yeah, I stick the needle in him on Twitter. Just right when I start hearing him trying to back out of it, I just got on Twitter and started just going off.
I was ripping him a new asshole on Twitter, and all he could say was, "Oh, come challenge me. You're ducking me, bitch. I ain't ducking nobody.
Ducking
what the
you.
fuck do you? Are you delusional?"
See, that's the thing I don't get. It's the same thing we did with Smile. So what, he consider you and Smile honor duels, but he doesn't consider me an honor duel. I don't get that. So that's why Smile asked him, so you have honor for me?
Yep.
I'm like,
I told Nimbus Yosh where he could find me every day at where I farm at Cathedral Square in South Gotham, and I have yet to see him show his ass.
Oh, he'll come.
I don't even have full Android gear.
Nobody will run with him in an open world group anymore because they don't want to look bad, though. That's the problem. So
he will leave you in a heartbeat if he thinks somebody else is required. If your whole raid group is getting wiped by another villain raid group, Nimbus is the first one that's already gone because he's the highest in the sky already. So all he's gonna do is fly. He's gonna hit one shield and fly. He's just gonna be gone.
Yep.
I would love to see him not be flight. Oh my god, he would get his ass kicked so much more.
That guy's hilarious, man. But he brought me so much comedy over the fucking time. That's the biggest problem that's probably one of my biggest mistakes with him is I seen it's gonna happen regardless. This guy, he's so bad at the game. So much of the best players in this game from PvP side never liked the Nimbus, mainly because Nimbus was straight shit talking. And at the same time, they asked me, yo, a lot of people shit talk you in game, American Hero, then you fight him. You got a guy that you deal with every day that all he does is shit talk other people won't fight him. But I said, but the dude's funny as hell though, man. Y'all gotta just check him out. He's funny.
Right.
I said,
it wears thin though.
Yeah. that guy, I never been on the opposite side of that shit talking that he does, but I almost got pissed off. I'm talking about I was fucking mad because he would not. I gotta go to sleep at a certain goddamn time. I gotta get up and go to work, and my phone was on hooked up with Twitter, so he just did not stop tweeting me, and he called me on Skype, then he called my real phone, and he was pissing me off because I can't cut my phone on. My phone is my only alarm, so if I cut off my phone, I don't know if I'm gonna wake up on time for work. So it was just pissing me off, and he never stopped. It just kept going. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Hey, you know what we need to do? We need to set up the match. We need to make the match happen. You against him.
That's not gonna happen because he thinks he's gonna die in real life.
No, we gotta. I mean, if he's really into this wrestling shit, and he really wants to, he'll understand the hyping of the fight, and I mean, it won't be much of a fight, but anyway, I mean, we can promote it and turn it into, something.
He's not gonna fight. Listen to me. Even if Smile was to say he accepted his challenge, then he still wouldn't fight. Y'all don't understand.
Oh, I know.
The bitchness in them. That's what I'm trying to put out. Is he rather talk it than be about it. He has never been about him actually having skills at the game.
The fun of the whole fun of it is him talking about it.
Yeah. Even if you give him incentive, like fight American Hero, and right after that fight, if you do this, Count will fight you and give him his chance.
I want to be there. I want to come witness.
You got to fight American Hero to fight Count.
Hero, if any of these Nimbus fights ever go down again, you need to invite me. I need to be in there.
Listen to me. I'm gonna record it and live stream it at the same time. That guy is that bad. If y'all don't, I forgot. I'm trying to tell y'all because when I was fighting him, I literally just stood there while he continued to try to hit my body. This guy is bad at this game. Nobody's gonna wait. Everybody's seen this shit.
While you're fighting him, I'm gonna put my Joker jetpack on and fucking throw block breaks at him from the sky, and then when you beat him, I'm gonna be like, I beasted Nimbus Yosh, and fucking put it on YouTube, because that's what he does.
Well, I'll put it out here right now. Nimbus, if you fight American Hero, I will agree to a 1v1. We'll live stream it. I'll fight you. No problem.
I'll fight him too. Shit.
Yeah.
Bring it on, buddy.
Me and Crappy will line up, and you know, I'm not any good at PvP. I'm not good at 1v1s. You know, I'm not even going to say I'm average at it. So, I mean, if you want to fight me, you got to fight American Hero first, and then I will fight you. And we can live stream it.
You have to fight him in something like a lair battle, because if you fight him anywhere else, he's just going to fly above you two super speeders and try and say,
No,
I'll
I
beat
feel
you
like
by
he-
sniping.
Yeah, because I'm super
He's one of those
speed.
people that is like, let me just keep rotating around this fucking pillar.
You're right.
I fucking hate that in lair battles.
Well,
Oh
that's
my
the only way
God.
you can fight him without flight. Temple of Isis, he can fly. Batcave, he can fly. You need something with low ceiling that it nullifies a movement mode advantage.
Well,
Usually, I take people to Temple of Isis or Watchtower just like if I'm really mad. But most people don't never think about running away when they go into a match. Nimbus might actually start thinking about running
Oh
away.
man, people run around in layer battles, man. You're chasing them all through all the floors and shit.
but here's the
I
thing.
don't
But you're
do that,
super
just take
speed,
my
you move
beating.
faster. He doesn't have the height advantage of the map.
To make the challenge fair, since Nimbus is such an elite PvPer, according to him, if I get a win against him, if I get a kill, he's got to delete his character. He's,
like
you know, how about that? That'll
Sounds fair to
motivate him.
me. He should just delete it now and just never come back on.
Just
DC.
save the trouble and delete it now.
The thing is he made his video, his latest video, where he just said he was not gonna fight me. Nimbus supposedly is looking for this type of fight. He's looking for me to randomly queue up one day, and me to be on him to be on the opposite side where he supposedly beats me in a match.
But that's
What-
not. We're talking about 1v1s here, true PvP, because arenas, even though they are PvP, the strength of your pre-made is going to make the difference. I mean,
Pre-made versus pug, pre-made.
yeah, and average
Like
players
that.
in a pre-made is going to beat, you know, a
want
random
him to
group.
want him to speak for himself. I want basically when he was talking to Orbit them, and he was talking about how the U.S. players are better PvPers. You haven't been in a PvP match for a year,
Yeah.
so speak for yourself. Don't talk about nobody else. Speak for yourself. Now, say that same thing to Orbit now, without talking about everybody else. I am a better PvPer than you. You're a year behind. Nobody will believe that shit. So when he speaks for himself, that's the thing. He knows his pride is so low down. If he goes into a match with me and he would not get a kill because he stood, like I said, it would be when they'll see the match. Period. I'm gonna take him to Temple on Watchtower so he can lose 20-0. But if they see the match, people don't wonder why I'm shotting 40-0. I'm not gonna shot 20-0. I'm gonna shot 40-0 because, like I said, I beat him 20 times straight.
Right.
I literally stopped while he was fighting me and looked at him and still went back to beat him. But
Well, I
people
know
don't-
what they're going to say about our podcast, which they say every week is, oh, the only thing we talk about is either
I have fun.
Super
I don't
Patriot
even-
or Nimbus Yosh. And I'm like, well, we not only do we talk about the game, we talk about like the drama that goes on in the community. And these guys keep saying and doing stupid shit. Yeah, we're going to talk about
Well,
it.
it's not just that.
Quit
It's the
being
fact-
an asshole. Quit doing stupid shit, and we'll stop talking about you.
It's not just that. It's the fact that there's nothing to really talk about the game. We got two duos that are almost identical on the board. We got an alert that you can do without a healer, and that's it.
You got two solos that are almost identical. I mean, you know,
Yeah,
two.
there's nothing to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see it. I enjoy the content.
Plus, it's
You,
fun.
you got to admit, Crappy, it's the laziest DLC they've come out with so far, probably.
Yeah.
It's still fun. Know some people love it. They just enjoyed about me and Nimbus going at it. Me and Nimbus was some of the biggest shit talkers on YouTube, whether
Right.
people like it or not. Well, all we did was shit talk. I actually fought people when I beat you while the video is playing. I'm shit talking you while I'm beating you up. But Nimbus like to do it on a motionless screen where he's standing still and shit talking you at the same time. Like that's exactly what we did. We was shit talking. People don't like that we're actually going at each other. Like it's no Nimbus is having time to make fun of Smile or somebody I'm fighting. Like they mad that me and him are going at it. But the guy been causing this on himself for the longest.
Yeah,
If-
he's had it coming. So, and
Like
it's
I
pretty
said-
much case closed. I mean, he even admitted he doesn't play the game much anymore. So, I mean, we have to claim the final victory because I was once told that you could never shut him up, but Pretty much, we made him the laughing stock. I mean, the people making the videos, you're now coming out exposing him for even a bigger laughing stock. I mean,
and nobody knows him more than me.
The guy has been, he's been debunked. So it's over.
Repair Windows errors.
What the hell? Well, guys, we're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna wrap up the show for this week. Not 100% sure we're gonna be back next week. It just depends, what's going on. We're playing some different games and stuff like that. So I appreciate everyone that was like, when you guys doing the next show? Are you guys quitting? And we're not quitting. But we're gonna tone it down a little bit.
I'm just gonna do it by myself if you guys don't come on.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Crappy Heels is gonna have his own solo show. It's called Clean Underwear with Crappy Heels. So
yeah, it'll be the crap cast. So just come on, talk about the game.
It's called
talk about those two duos and
it's
the
called
alert.
It's
gotta last you for the next 4 months. Yeah.
You have no idea how much time I spent on test server. I was like a zombie on that shit.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
I would get so bored.
I wanted to test everything, though. I found a couple broken things and some broken things that I can't mention because they're too awesome
bowls
to be
with Crappy.
Oh, yeah, we smoke bowls, it's a good time.
Smoking bowls.
So, Vagrant, you got anything else you want to
talk about?
Yeah, any last words you want to?
DLC 11 better be amazing.
People are losing interest. I mean,
that's all I can say right now.
We're still the DCO Project podcast.
I mean, when you think about it, DLC 11's got to be amazing.
It's got to be.
You can do league halls. It's basically customizable raids.
Yep.
And unless they fuck it up like they did with lair battles, where like fucking people are rotating around pillars and they still haven't fixed that shit yet. Oh my god.
They done fucked it up. Isn't that what Angry Joe says?
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't respect him anymore after that review.
Yeah, I think he lost a little bit of cred, just a little bit. I mean, he's got his own following, though, that'll agree with about anything he says, so.
Yep.
Everybody has those little butt monkeys,
Well, it's just everyone has their own personal opinion. Just like I don't agree on that game and y'all like it. But I mean, that's cool.
You haven't played it yet, so
yeah, but you don't like it because of its theme and setting.
Play it.
I don't like. Well, I've got to like the aesthetics of the game to play it.
You gotta think, Kaiser. I mean, I hopped on Final Fantasy. I like the game. The game's good. I just feel like playing DC now. But you got to give it a shot, man. I think you'll like it. I mean, I understand Elder Scrolls has always had that look to it. It's always
That's why I've never played Sky.
Kaiser's real finicky about his games, though. You don't understand. He's real picky about his games.
I mean, you got to give it a shot, though. I think you'll like it.
I prefer a more animated fantasy setting for MMORPG than that. Yes, it's realistic. Yes, I just don't like how it looks. I'm not going to play it.
You have to remember that Kaiser likes things little boys like because that's the only way to lure them into his basement.
That's Super Patriot, not me.
Well, anyway,
you guys must have the same van.
Anyway, we got to wrap it up. American Hero, thanks for accepting the ninja invite to the to the chat.
I'm glad to be here. I got to get back to my war that I'm having supposedly.
Oh, you got all quiet on us. Well, me anyway.
Yeah, you went all quiet on us, Hero. Your mic did. Man, get Nimbus out of your mouth, man. Speak up. Come on. No, I'm just kidding.
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I said, yeah, thank you for having me coming on the show.
No, that's good. It was fun. Everyone was asking, "Are you going to talk about the American Hero Nimbus?" I probably got 50 messages from people wanting to know if we were going to have a show. I'm not exaggerating. 50 messages. And I said, because they're like, you have to have a show because of the Nimbus Hero beef. And I said, fuck, man, maybe I can just get Hero on the show for a few minutes, so.
Yeah, just my final words to that, man, is if y'all actually just tell Nimbus to actually put down his supposedly name of this Nimbus Yosh and just stop it. It's not acting like a dumbass.
Right, exactly.
Enjoy the game and queue up sometimes. Have fun. Take a loss. Take a win.
Hey, I was actually going to ask him to I was going to invite him to our company in Final Fantasy if he would, because he expressed some interest in playing Final Fantasy 14. I was like, well, maybe we get Nimbus to play, but man, I would be afraid he wouldn't shut up, and I'm like, maybe not. Maybe I won't. Maybe we won't invite him. So probably not. So anyway. Well, we're going to wrap it up there. So, thanks everyone for joining us. All you guys in the chat, appreciate you guys. We don't always respond to your stuff in the chat, but I am watching it. So
I'm not paying attention to the chat. So if anybody said anything to me, sorry.
And one final thing.
Sure.
You guys need to put out some, like how Orby did it, the movies, like Crappy Hill, the movie, or some stuff like that. Count the movie, Vagrant the movie. Y'all ain't never think about that?
I feel like it's already been done. I mean, I don't want to put out something somebody else's.
He started a movement. It was actually interesting for us.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
We playing a game that's superheroes, even though some guys, professional wrestlers that play video games, they real superheroes.
You smell what the Rock is cooking.
American Hero the movie, Vagrant the movie, Crappy Heels, Night Siege the movie. That's Kaiser Puppeteer. Here's Puppeteer the movie.
Because if it goes like that, come on, we have a community. If it goes like that, we can actually show our community is better than that. Because if we all do our movies, we can actually make a JLA movie.
That would be
whatever.
The DCUO Project, the movie. That would be kind
community. We can all get in contact with each other. We can all make a movie. It's like I said,
cool.
When some people put their little egos, their wrestling egos down. They actually do stuff. We can actually have fun.
Oh, I would love to do that. Like we would be the villains. You guys are the heroes.
Yeah,
that would be awesome.
We can have so much fun in this game if it wasn't for wrestling.
Speaking of the ego,
the one time you did that one video where you had that like special effects, and it was like the Superman movie. You remember that?
Superman.
You were defending Smile.
Oh, okay, yeah. My little parody.
That was actually kind of cool, and we could do something like that.
Yeah, like the parody of. That was me in real life in the.
But that's what I'm saying. We could do stuff like that.
That
would
stupid,
be cool.
ridiculous outfit I have. Yeah.
It was cool. Lie. I seen him. That motherfucker goes everywhere with that outfit on.
Shut the fuck up, puppet.
It's like Nimbus Yosh. He thinks he's real life. He's really Count Chocula.
Nimbus both of them walking around.
Hey, that's what your girlfriend was calling me last night. But anyway.
All right.
Oh, Count. Oh, you're so much bigger than Puppet. Oh. Anyway. I just made an ass out of myself again. I'm sorry,
man. What the hell
man.
are you doing, Count?
I haven't even been drinking. Tonight. That's crazy.
Hold on, Count, man. I'm going to have to get a DNA test. You might have some kids you getting.
No, sir.
Yeah.
I don't even know your woman. I don't know your woman.
We need to see about that. You could easily talk to Smile. We could talk to Orban. See, I don't know. It's gonna be the harder to try to make them collaborate. They do have the biggest YouTube. They are the YouTube fathers of this shit. So you gotta try to make them collaborate for one video. Hopefully.
That would be. I don't see that happening, but that would be cool. Yeah, we might have to do that in the maybe the months to come. That would be interesting. I know Super Patriot wouldn't want anything to do with it.
If anybody don't want nobody to do with that, I mean, you take this game too serious. You take this game too far.
He wouldn't want, if I was involved, he wouldn't want to do it. I know that.
First, it might help everybody. We can do. I was thinking about a lot of stuff, like even though it's funny as shit. But I was thinking about having some type of DCUO award to show, like giving out 50 awards to like nominating people for PvE videos, nominating people for like.
And the winner of the biggest bitch, Nimbus Yosh. Come on up and get your award. Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
I got a question for American Hero.
Yeah.
All the time you were hanging out with his boy, didn't anyone just think to sit him down and say, wrestling's fake, it's another glorified soap opera?
But the thing is, he was a former real wrestler. But he got fired for hurting the other wrestlers because he wouldn't stop. They were like, Nimbus, we don't wrestle for real. And he just like, I'm the people's champ. Then he just kept telling you to hit people. He just continued to hit people with chairs.
That's funny. Right.
I can't. We're going to be on that podcast. And it's going to be so much. Because they're going to hear this video. Then we go on that podcast. It's going to be so much fucking fun. I can't wait.
Oh, no.
It's gonna be so fun. But I'm gonna talk to them about that movie thing because I really want to do
Yeah.
that. I really want to do that.
Yeah,
After
I mean,
all
we
that
can-
shit talking.
I'd be down for it. That'd be cool. I could play a small part, and I'm sure some of these guys might, want to get involved.
I think they made that hide the hub stuff too. I think we could hide the hub now. I don't know. I seen somebody else video. They hub was completely missing. So I think so.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
did
they
that
could
with
do
Game
that.
of
Yeah, you can hide
35.
the heads up display. You can hide now. So yeah, definitely.
It's gonna be fun.
We could do like a villains against heroes type. Yeah. And do a parody, maybe do a parody of the old Super Friends or some shit. That would be hilarious.
But now that I think about it, it's gonna probably be hard for Orbit and Smile to get along because I really don't want to be in nothing with them. It's like I really want to just punch his character.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see.
All right. Well, we're gonna go. So, like I said, thanks for joining us, Hero. It was fun.
All right.
Thanks, everyone.
Peace.
So
Peace.
later on, guys.
Later.
Yeah.
I forget how to stop the stream. Damn, I'm rusty.
Always wear clean underwear.
Always wear clean
Always before
underwear,
you cross
Crappy
the street.
says. So